The hunt is over. The one-of-one ring has been found. As of 2 hours ago, the information started to come out. Dave and Adams, the people who offered the $1 million bounty, they tweeted about it. And then PSA showed it off 2 hours ago, actually graded. Meaning it wasn't just opened in the last 2 hours and shown off on social media. It means it was opened a little bit before this, and then PSA have gotten a hold of it, and they are paying a bounty to grade it, and they've graded it, and here we are. For those of you that are wondering, the PSA grade for it is a 9 out of 10, which means it didn't quite achieve the full range of qualities that it needs: corners, borders, edges, and surface to get a PSA 10. That's kind of funny, but the most premium chase rare in the history of Magic did not get a PSA 10. Ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter, because there won't be a PSA 10 that will be worth more than the PSA 9, because the one ring is the one ring. The grading doesn't actually matter that much when it's a one-of-one. It's just a novelty. It's just a formality. As long as you authenticate that it's real, the grading doesn't really matter, because there are no other versions of this card. So is anyone going to pay the fucking bounties that everyone claimed they were offering? Well, approximately half an hour ago, Dave and Adams have tweeted that they have in contact with the person who has opened the one ring, is offering the $1 million bounty, and they're saying that people can reach out to them to offer more. In a way, they're facilitating if other people are willing to pay more, that option is there. Bearing in mind we still have that game store from Spain that was offering $2 million, so are we going to see that store actually come forward with some liquid capital now? We just don't know. Bearing in mind this is the early days. This happened in the last 2 hours while I was sat watching, I was dancing with my daughter and my wife, and then we watched a bit of Black Mirror, and I checked an email, and I was like, oh shit, this is meant to be my day off, and the one ring got found while I was taking a little bit of vacation. So it looks like someone's getting at least $1 million here, plus whatever bounty PSA had on it, and then if anyone can come forward with more, they will be getting more than that. Minimum of $1 million from Dave and Adams. What does this mean for the future of the product? Well, the collector boosters were being opened primarily to chase both the one-of-one ring and the serialized soul rings. This means there are still chase cards in the set, but they're only worth a couple of grand, not $1 million or $2 million. So whether or not people will continue to open these is yet to be seen. Whether people will chase a much smaller lottery, I doubt it. If you weren't aware, the collector booster boxes was getting up to $420, $450, $500 in some situations on some websites. In the last couple of hours, you can see that unopened boxes selling on TCG Player for well under that now, going as low as $360, with the latest sale as of time recording at $350. Will it fall any lower than that? Will the UK prices come down? I'm assuming they will. The thing you've got to remember is, outside of lottery cards, the collector boosters for Lord of the Rings aren't really carrying that much value at the moment. The EV per pack is relatively low. Bit anecdotal here, but when I opened a whole box and gave away all the boosters on stream on Tuesday, I don't think we opened more than $120 worth of cards, and I had to buy that box at £420. The value is just really not there. Most of it is situated in mythics, which are unlikely to open. There's some $8 Nazguls, I guess, that are uncommon, but you're not opening dollar cards here. Everything is quite low because of how much has been printed and how much is being opened, and that's a good thing for accessibility, but it's not for the idea of buying an expensive booster product to crack for singles. We're going to potentially see a bit of a bubble burst in a way, but no one's going to want this product, and it's going to go down in price. I hope you didn't buy a lot of boxes and decided to sit on them, because it's not going to be the return on investment you thought it would be. I'm just not sure if regular copies of the One Ring, Bowmasters, and the Halfling can really carry the value of this set on their own backs. I think the set is relatively low value and is being propped up by the Chase This Lottery card. So to clarify, this is officially found with multiple reputable sources, including both PSA and one of the companies offering the huge fucking bounty. It's not like the Brazilian fake card that lots of people still thought that was real. When I was streaming on Whatnot, people were coming in the chat and being like, but it was found in Brazil. It's like, no, it wasn't. Also, it's really nice to see that these were found in the mainline distribution of the collector boosters, and not the collector boosters that were put into the gift bundles further down the line, meaning that Wizards didn't go and try and push this out and prolong it to sell stuff. It does mean that those gift bundles probably will sell for less than what they were going to. I would imagine that Wizards of the Coast might be a little bit unhappy that this was sold so early. I wonder if there weren't other companies involved, like the Bounty Company and the PSA, whether or not they would have held off a little bit to do a big announcement about the finding of the One Ring. They officially announced it too, by the way. If it's about reputable sources, there's this tweet on stream right now. But I wonder if other companies were announcing it ahead of them, whether they would have held off, made a bigger deal about it in a more like scheduled post sort of manner, and maybe held off to sell a few more boxes for another week. Who knows? Ultimately, Wizards don't really give too much of a shit because they've sold all their stuff via distributors. right? I don't think anyone is buying the product of Wizards at this point. It has gone out of their doors. It's really the local game stores and the mass retailers and similar that have got access to these boxes sitting in their warehouses. They're the ones that will get hurt if this stuff does crash and become unsellable or toxic. But then again, Lord of the Rings will just allow you to sell some of this stuff anyway. So I don't think we're going to get like a, what was the Masters that absolutely fucking bombed and there's loads of it sat in warehouses? Was it Masters 25? I don't think this is a Masters 25 situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section below for the longevity of this product in terms of opening it and drafting it. Are people still going to be excited about this? I mean, we've got Commander Masters on the horizon, so drafting it is kind of fucking out, right? Maybe on Arena, but that's not opening product. So maybe if the hype dies down from drafting and opening, maybe these cards accumulate value over time. Maybe more good bats just becomes a valuable uncommon because everyone isn't cracking it as much as they were before. Who knows? Unprecedented times. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.